Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Daily Red Devil for all of your latest Manchester United transfer news and talk. I'm in a new location. I've moved. I'm outside. I'm on the terrace. Got the sea behind me, and we're here to bring you all of the latest news and talk around Manchester United. But before we do that, please do me a small favour. If you are watching for the first time today, make sure to subscribe, bottom right hand corner. We're literally just about to hit 42,000. We're only a couple away, so yeah, please go and subscribe if you haven't already, and be sure to give the video a like. On the show this morning, we are going to be talking about Mohammed Kudus. We're going to be talking about Bryan and Mbeumo. We're also going to be talking about Hugo Ekitike, with Manchester United apparently expressing interest in the last 24 hours. As always, I like to start my show off by asking a question to get a bit of interaction going with you, the community. And the question is about Mohammed Kudus. How do you feel about this? Would you sign Mohammed Kudus at Manchester United? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Very interested to see what you all have to say. So let me bring you the story and then we can talk about it. So this is coming out from Ben Jacobs this morning, that apparently Manchester United have rejected the chance to sign Mohammed Kudus from West Ham. So apparently in recent hours, West Ham have contacted Manchester United and said, would you like to sign Mohammed Kudus? Told them the price, and Man United have turned around and said, no, we wouldn't. Now, apparently price-wise, they're looking for around 60 to 70 million, which I think is ridiculous. He got 5 goals in 32 games last season for West Ham. He is a talented player. He is somebody I like. I wish we'd signed him when Erik ten Hag was our manager. We had the opportunity to do it. For whatever reason, we didn't. I'll be honest, I haven't really watched much of West Ham last season, but I know they were very poor. Now, the reason why I think this player has been suggested is because there are murmurs that apparently Jadon Sancho is of interest to West Ham. Again, I can't see Sancho going to West Ham, so I think it's a bit of a nothing story. But you're probably wondering, how have we suddenly been linked to Mohammed Kudus? Where's this story come from? You know, it's come out of nowhere, which it has. But you have to remember that a lot of the time in the transfer window, there'll be a player that's wanted by a club. So in this instance, West Ham want Jadon Sancho, okay? West Ham will be in conversation with Manchester United saying, you know, how much is it going to cost? You know, what are the payment terms? All of this type of thing. And then West Ham would say, oh, well, maybe you'd like Mohammed Kudus, you know? So, yeah, that's why a lot of the time in these windows we get linked to so many players, because there'll be these kind of informal conversations going on where it'll be like, X, Y, and Z club really wants to buy this player, and then another player's name gets suggested. So that's why we've been linked to Mohammed Kudus. I'm going to do a poll. I want to see what people are saying. Let's have a look. Would you sign Mohammed Kudus? Yeah, I'd be very interested to see what you guys have to say about this one, because I know when Erik ten Hag was the manager, there was a lot of people really, really interested in Mohammed Kudus, and there was a lot of people saying, you know, we have to sign him. But yeah, I don't know. Would you go for him? Let me know. I've just set up a poll. Obviously, if you're watching this video back on repeat, if you're not watching the video live, you can get involved in the comment section. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on that. Mohammed Kudus to Manchester United. Yeah, I'll be interested to see what you guys all have to say. But as it stands, at the point of recording this video, apparently Manchester United have rejected the chance to sign Mohammed Kudus. This is coming out from Ben Jacobs this morning. Yeah, my understanding is, though, that this would have been part of some sort of deal for Jadon Sancho. So it's very much West Ham trying to push Mohammed Kudus towards us, opposed to Manchester United actually wanting to sign Mohammed Kudus. So yeah, I think we can kind of forget about this one. I mean, maybe something changes later on in the window, but I don't really see where Mohammed Kudus would even fit in our team. Like, he's a winger. We don't really have wingers. I don't think he'd work as a wing back. We need central attacking midfielders, and we need strikers, and we need central midfielders. Like, that's what we need, not a right winger. Would you agree? Like, where would he even play? I guess he could probably play as an attacking midfielder, but I think we'd all much rather Cunha and Mbeumo, right? So yeah, for me personally, I would have signed Kudus if Erik ten Hag was the manager still, and we were playing 4-3-3. But with Ruben Amorim, with this new system, this new formation, I would say no. So I'm not too bothered about this one. you can let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Let's see what people are saying in the chat. Yeah, quite a few people are saying, where would we even play Mohammed Kudus? I agree. Sokar says he's not good enough. Alex says that Mbeumo and Cunha are both clear of Mohammed Kudus. I would agree. I mean, the stats don't lie, do they? Kudus got 5 goals last season and Mbeumo got 20. It's kind of the writing's on the wall. I think Cunha got 15, right? Let's have a look. Was it 15 Cunha got? He scored last night as well, by the way, Cunha, for Brazil. He started for Brazil last night, got a goal and an assist. So he's doing it on, the international stage as well, Cunha. Cunha got 15 goals and 6 assists last season. This season, that was just in the Premier League. Mohammed Kudus got 5 goals and 3 assists. So, yeah, Matheus Cunha got about 3 times the amount of goals and assists as Mohammed Kudus. So there's a massive difference there. Difference in quality as well. But anyway, let's move on from there. Let's talk about... who are we talking about now? We're going to talk about Bryan and Mbeumo next. So the latest on Mbeumo is that, well, we all know that the window's closed again now until Monday, I think it is. Let me just double check. When does the window open? Yeah, it opens again on Monday. Really strange. So in 5 days' time, the transfer window will reopen again. Obviously, it's closed at the moment. Very strange. We've never done this before, have we? It's all to do with this Club World Cup. But, so yeah, we probably won't get the here we go. I mean, we might do. I don't think it matters that much if the window's closed or opened. Clubs can still agree deals. They just can't, officially sign a player whilst the window's closed. From what I've been told, though, Manchester United are waiting until July the 1st to, make any deal official because of the new tax year starting in relation to PSR. So, yeah, I think we're probably going to have to wait until July the 1st, realistically, to see Matheus Cunha and Mbeumo in a Manchester United shirt. So the deals can be agreed, wages can be agreed, all of that stuff can be done, the marketing pitches can be done. But in relation to officially becoming a Man United player, we are probably going to have to wait until July the 1st, which I know is frustrating, but I think the likelihood of us signing Mbeumo is probably 99% at this stage, realistically. He wants to come to Manchester United. He's agreed wages. He's agreed terms. That deal's not going to fall through unless, I say that, Man United have been known to mess things up, haven't they? So let's keep our fingers crossed. I'm confident, though. I'm confident that this one will happen. It's just a matter of when, not if. Right, what else have we got in the chat? Alex says that Erik ten Hag has £130 million sat in his pocket from the Florian Wirtz deal. Come and get your players. I mean, it's crazy, isn't it, that deal? €150 million for Florian Wirtz. I don't understand how he's worth that much, but I mean, fair play to Liverpool. It's a big signing. And yeah, like you said, hopefully that means that Garnacho... hopefully that means that Garnacho to Bayern Leverkusen becomes a reality for a big amount of money. Because I really don't want to see Garnacho end up at Tottenham or Liverpool or Arsenal or whoever it might be. Oh, I've got a sneeze coming. Yeah. So we'll see what Erik ten Hag decides to do with this money. There was a little story I wanted to talk about today, actually. One of our regulars messaged me about it. I did actually see this story, but somebody reminded me about it. So thank you to, I think it was Johnny. There was a story that came out a couple of days ago. I think it was an interview with Erik ten Hag, where he actually said that he wasn't the one who wanted to sign Antony at Manchester United, which is kind of mad. Apparently he said, don't sign him for that amount of money. And apparently they went and did it anyway. So it kind of shows you how badly the club is run, doesn't it? When a manager is actively saying, do not sign a player, the club say, we're going to do it anyway. And then the manager then gets blamed. Everybody in this chat will say, oh, Erik ten Hag signed Antony for 95 million, right? That was one of the bits of ammunition that the fans used against him, that he bought Antony for 95 million. Well, he's actually come out, like I said, in the last couple of days and said, you know what? I told Manchester United not to sign him. I said I don't want him, not for that amount of money, and they went and did it anyway. So, lost the camera. I lost the camera. I'm back. I think. Yeah. So yeah, I thought I'd bring that into the show. I don't know how you guys feel about that. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's not as big a deal. I'm just watching back that bit of clip where the camera went. That was funny. Yeah, just a reminder, guys, I am away at the moment, hence why I'm in a bit of a strange setup and the camera's just fallen off the laptop. But yeah, I thought I'd bring that into the show just to see what you guys had to say about that. How confident are you that we'll sign Gyökeres? I don't know. That is a good question. I mean, if we put in a bid for it, I know this is a bit of an obvious thing to say, but I think if we put in a bid for him, we'll get him. How confident am I? Out of 100, I mean, there isn't really anybody else. There's Hugo Ekitike, who we're going to talk about in a minute. I'd probably say like 65% sure, maybe. Yeah, I'll go with 65%. What about you? What do you think? What do you guys think? Like, how confident are you that we're going to get Gyökeres over the line? Just a quick one. Everyone who's watching, we've got over 400 people watching the video live right now. If you can do me a small favour, please like the video. We've only got 77 likes. Let's try and get to 500 by the end of the video. And if you are watching for the first time, please do subscribe as well. We're so close to 42,000. So somebody who is watching, go and subscribe and let's hit 42k. But yeah, Gyökeres, if I had to put a percentage on it, I'm going to say 65% maybe, somewhere around there. I think we've got a very strong chance of getting him. I think there aren't that many clubs interested in him, realistically. Chelsea have got the lap. It seems like the Italian clubs are interested in Højlund. Arsenal are going for Benjamin Sesko. Man City don't need a striker. Liverpool, I think, are in talks with Hugo Ekitike. So, by way of the bigger clubs that need a new striker, I'd say that we've got a pretty clear running at him. There's some murmurs that PSG want him, but I mean, they've just won the Champions League. Do they need Hugo Ekitike? Sorry, do they need Gyökeres? I'm not convinced, but maybe they do. I'm not a PSG fan. I don't know. I don't know the club that well by way of what they need and what they don't need. But I mean, it's glaringly obvious that we need a striker. Yeah, we need a number 9. So if I was Victor Gyökeres, I'd look at the situation and think, I could go to Manchester United, the biggest club in the world, on par with Real Madrid, and he's going to start every single game, realistically. There's nobody else. There's no competition. Højlund's probably going to leave. If not, Højlund will be a backup. Whereas if he goes to like a Liverpool or he goes to a Man City or an Arsenal, they don't even want him anyway. So yeah, I'm pretty confident. I'm going to go 65%. Obviously, Osimhen's still available as well. So Osimhen's going to end up somewhere. Where? I don't know. Apparently, Osimhen is not going to Saudi, by the way. That's been confirmed. So Osimhen will not move to Saudi, which means Man United might come back in for him. I think it's going to be between Osimhen and Gyökeres. We'll get one of the two players. We just need to wait for some players to leave, which is frustrating. This happens every single window where we're linked to a million players and we have to wait until players leave. And we always struggle to sell players. We need Garnacho to go. We need Rashford to go. We need Sancho to go. We need Antony to go. We've got about 3 or 4 players we need to sell in the next couple of days. And it's just whether we're going to be able to do that. See what else people are saying in the chat. Luando says, I don't think we'll sign Gyökeres. After his release clause has increased, I don't think we'll get him. Yeah, there was a couple of stories saying that apparently Sporting Lisbon are trying to get more money for Gyökeres. Apparently they're wanting closer to 70 million euros now. I still think 70 million euros is quite fair. Would you not agree? I mean, let's have a look. 70 million euros is about 59 million pounds. Like, that's not bad for a player who's got 54 goals in all competitions this season. I think that's pretty decent, but yeah, we'll see. Wilson says, in terms of goalkeepers, can we look at ter Stegen from Barcelona? Maybe. I don't know. I think the goalkeeper, although it should be further up the list, I think it is quite low down at the moment. Obviously, Onana's not good enough. We know that. But for whatever reason, they're not going for a goalkeeper at the moment. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But I don't think a goalkeeper will come through the door that soon, I think we're going to have to be patient in the goalkeeper situation. I think it's going to be a little while. We're going to need to get in a striker, we need to get in a midfielder, we need to get in a centre-back. So there's quite a lot of movement that needs to happen before I think we start looking at goalkeepers. As much as I would like a goalkeeper to be brought in, I don't think it will happen right now, unfortunately. So yeah, it's a little bit of a shame. Right, let's see what else we've got planned. Okay, let's talk about Hugo Ekitike. So again, Ben Jacobs is reporting this morning that apparently Manchester United are interested in Hugo Ekitike. I think this is a bit of a nothing story. Hugo Ekitike's price tag is 100 million. Where are we going to find 100 million from? And is Hugo Ekitike worth 100 million? I'm not convinced that he is. I think the likelihood of us signing Hugo Ekitike for 100 million is very small. He's got 22 goals in all competitions this season, which is great. That's really good, don't get me wrong. But is that 100 million? 22 goals in all competitions? I'm not convinced. Whereas you look at Gyökeres has got 54 goals in all competitions and 13 assists. What's that? 67 goals and assists in 52 games in all competitions. I mean, that's pretty decent, I think. Pretty decent. It's very decent. So, yeah, I think Hugo Ekitike to Manchester United, I don't think that's realistic. I just don't see where we're going to get the money from, and I don't see how we justify spending 100 million on a player when we need goalkeepers, centre-backs, right wing-backs, left wing-backs, midfielders. We need like 5 or 6 more players, realistically, to have everything we need. So the likelihood of us now going and spending 100 million on one player, I think is pretty much zero. Maybe I'm wrong, but I just think it's unlikely. Quite a few people in the chat saying that we need a new goalkeeper. Yeah. Do you know what's really interesting, right? So we've ran a poll on the live stream. The question is, would you sign Mohammed Kudus? 50% of you have said yes, and 50% of you have said no. Wow. So it's literally 50-50 right down the middle on Mohammed Kudus to Manchester United. That's interesting. If we hadn't have got Cunha and Mbeumo, then maybe I would have considered it, but I just don't think he's the profile we need. We need a central attacking midfielder, and Mbeumo and Cunha for me are levels above him for what we need anyway. In a different system with a different style and a different setup, then maybe, but yeah, I personally wouldn't go for him. Let's see what else we got. Luando says, I think they're probably looking at the age of Hugo Ekitike. I mean, that's a fair point. He's 22, yeah. I mean, to get 22 goals in all competitions at the age of 22 is pretty impressive. I mean, Gyökeres, it's not like Gyökeres is old, though. He's only... I mean, yeah, he's 27 now, actually. I mean, yeah, that's quite a big difference, actually, isn't it? When you look at it like that. If Sporting Lisbon wants 70 million for Gyökeres at the age of 27, 100 million for Hugo Ekitike at the age of 22 isn't actually that bad, is it? When you think of it like that. He's 5 years younger, and you're only paying 30 million euros more. That's a bit of an interesting one there. I thought Gyökeres was like 25 still for some reason, but he's just turned 27. So, yeah, you could be right, actually. They might be looking at the situation and thinking, well, if we sign him for 30 million euros more, we've got a striker for the next decade. But I say that, Hugo Ekitike might come to Manchester United and it might not work. It might be another Højlund, and then you've just wasted 100 million. So, yeah, whereas I think there is a little bit more of a guarantee with Gyökeres, to be honest. I mean, obviously nothing's guaranteed 100%, but yeah, I think there's maybe a slight more of a guarantee. Fred says, do you see any more players coming in after Mbeumo and Cunha? Oh yeah, definitely. There's no way we can go into next season with just Cunha and Mbeumo. Just on a squad level number, the fact that Eriksen's gone, Johnny Evans is gone, Lindelof's gone, I think Tom Heaton's gone, a couple of others are going to be gone. Anthony's going to go, Sancho's going to go, Rashford's going to go, Garnacho's going to go. That's 8 players that are going to leave, minimum. You can't just sign 2 players. I know we're not in Europe, so we'll have less games, but we're going to need more than that, to be fair. Breaking news says, is Edison going to Saudi? As in Edison from Atalanta? I'm not sure, mate. I haven't heard much about Edison at the moment. It's gone quite quiet, so yeah, I don't know, is the honest answer. Fred says the lack of outgoings is a concern. you got to remember that all the players are on holiday at the moment. So, I mean, yes, it is a concern, but at the same time, yeah, I think, yeah, it is a bit of a concern, but at the same time, it's kind of to be expected. Right, let's see what else we got. Would you sign Budimir from Osasuna? It's somebody that I've had on my radar, but I don't know that much about. I've seen him. I've seen a couple of like clips and stuff. Um, Let me have a little look. I mean, we've not been linked to him, so I think the likelihood of us getting it. I mean, maybe they're working on something that we don't know about. How old is he? 33. 21 goals in the Liga. I mean, if we got desperate, yeah. I mean, he looks decent at the age of 33 to be getting 21 goals in the Liga. It's not really like a transfer for the future, is it? It's not particularly innovative or forward-thinking. Croatian international. I mean, if it was for a couple of million as a backup striker, yeah, great. Why not? Kai says the wage bill is better now. Yeah, and you got to remember as well, because we don't have European football, the players are going to earn 20% less, so that's going to bring it down as well. Somebody says, would you take Francesco Conchal? I'm not that fussed about him, to be honest, mate. I don't think so. I'd be happy with Cunha and Mbeumo. Like, those are the two players we need. And then I'd like Gyökeres or Osimhen. That's what I want. That front three would be levels above. So yeah, probably not. I guess he probably plays a wing back, right? That Francisco Conchal guy. I think let's get our attack sorted. Let's get the striker and the attacking midfielders sorted, and then we can kind of piece in the rest of it around it. So yeah, that's my take on that. But anyway, I'm gonna wrap the video up here, guys. Oh. I hope everyone has an amazing day. I'll be back tomorrow morning. I'm sat outside at the moment. Have a great day. Please make sure to drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe.